Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to the Amateur Otaku podcast. I'm your host today, the Mad Dog, Isaac Wolf, and joining me yet again is the one and only Arkwinder. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good, Isaac. I hope all is good in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's good, but I'm exhausted as per usual, but that's nothing new. That's nothing new.
Hmm, But fair, fair. You have like family duties and also trying to keep up with all like the recent anime. You have super strength, my friend. You have this insane durability to keep up with everything. You
Yeah,
look respectable at the end of the day.
likewise, likewise. But anyway, we are. This is sort of like how should I put it? Last minute decision stream yet again, just like our Spice and Wolf stream. But like Spice and Wolf, I feel like this should be will be a fun one, don't you say?
Yeah, I say so too, especially with like the show we're talking about today, which I have surprisingly liked a lot more than I was expected to. Not gonna lie.
And it is certainly a windbreaker, or what do you say?
Yeah, it's Windbreaker.
Yeah, yeah, I know it's windbreaker, but it's a newly adapted anime made by Cloverworks, which, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they part of the Spy X Family production?
I think Studio Clover produces the Spy Family anime, so crossover
Together
anytime
with Wit.
soon. Yeah, we'll find out
I, I,
soon.
yeah, I, I am all for it. I am all for it. And the like we said, the anime in question is Windbreaker, which the synopsis goes like this. From an early age, Haruka Sakura was an outcast due to his unconventional appearance and lack of social skill. However, the harsh treatment he received made him a skilled fighter, which is now the only thing he prides on. After enrolling at Furin High School, where it's rumored that strength is swallowed over academics, Sakura has only one goal: to become the best. After being involved in a street brawl the day before his enrollment, Sakura meets a group of his future classmates. Instead of rejecting him, however, they fight alongside him, showing that the school's real concern is to protect the town of Makoshi from harm, hence why the student calls them Bufurin. Surprised by the support and appreciation of the townspeople, Sakura has a hard time accepting their goodwill. Though unfamiliar with the other showings his kind, he must learn to overcome his discomfort when the Bufurin is pitted against formidable enemies. And this is quite an interesting view. For the record, we are only going to talk about the three first episodes, which is why you call this a first look and not a seasonal review. I don't know if the season is over. Do you know
I think
anything
like
about that?
I know like the egg episode just came out, so depending on it could be 13 episodes long or 25 episodes long. It's like it really depends. I would just need to check like the release schedule or any press releases to see if they are going to make this a long season or a short season. Like it's like
Uh,
but yeah.
uh, but it's funny when I mentioned this to you. The what I told you about it is because I haven't seen this show. I've only heard about it. Is that the people have said it's Tokyo Revengers, but good. I have seen Tokyo Revengers, and I don't hate it like so many other people does. But I will admit that the comment somewhat intrigues me when I heard that.
It's
And I gotta say, episode does quite an impression on you, on the reader slash viewer, don't it?
yeah, like it does like have like first episode does a really good job to like hook the audience in, like they like through like by they basically have by doing very cool ways to basically like hook you on and like make you root for the main character, like despite his more like violent nature. You know what I mean? Like like the first episode, like the first few minutes of the episode of no, the first episode caught my attention. Was like kind of like showing like Sakura's life before all this. Him just being ridiculed, hated because how he looks. Which, for context, like half his hair is white, half his hair is black, and also one eye is like white, the other eye is golden. So like the eye color is golden, and like so like it's so like he's very much he's always been hated on. Like no one like everyone just treats him like garbage before he went to his new school. So in a way, like the first episode, like in the first few minutes, you already like are kind of sympathetic to him because like man, this guy's just trying to like he did nothing wrong except for just existing, and the episode then further makes you want to root for him because he helps like he beats the crap out of some punks after like they tried harassing like some girl or like a Kotaha like and like he just beats the crap out of them and he's like like yeah, you assholes make the mistake you're strong and all that, but but this is a lesson to you. But and afterwards, like when he talks to the girl, she's like, he's like, oh, like what the? Why is this girl just giving me such warm praise? Why is she being nice to me? So like so in the first few minutes, we are able to like root for him in several ways. He's like an outcast, so he has the underdog energy. He has like a good sense of like right or wrong because but despite the fact he said, oh, I beat the shit out of you guys because you guys think you're so tough, but he at least part of the reason why is because they were just harassing this one girl for like doing nothing, just trying to go about her day, and then like and additionally we are rooting for him because like he's just like he has like a soft side to him. He's like he's like a teenager. He's like a good-hearted like bad boy. Like,
he's a good-hearted bad boy tsundere that is not used to compliments. I mean, am I wrong?
I mean, last I checked, I don't think he has been like the only people he has punched so far is like just other assholes. Like he's been like just being like very like oh my goodness, I feel so flustered right now. Like he hasn't punched like say anyone like any of the good guys. He's
yelled at them, but okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, he's like my man's not a gentleman, but he's still a respectable lad. That's why I give him the GOAT title already, and we're 3 episodes in.
Yeah, and I have to ask, what was your favorite episode of the whole 3 episodes? That really makes you a hook.
I think like either episode 1 or episode 2. Episode 1 because it's just a really fun episode and it helps to like sets up like sets up the characters, like it gives you a like display of how good the action's going to be because we see Sakura just fighting off like 20 guys by himself. Like, wow, he's strong. He's just just beating the crap out of them. It's like it's very thrilling at the same time with some good character stuff and like but also episode 2 is also very good because just more of that as well, while introducing some more characters as well, like Akihiko, like his sidekick, his like the bookworm. Like I'm your Pokedex for like the season. I'm just gonna give you the stats of all the people who you're gonna face in this show.
Yeah, like, if it's like he sort of feels like he's Zenitsu done right because he at least makes sense in his behavior and his yelling is not that annoying, all things considered.
Yeah, he's just like again, he's a teenager and he's also just probably hasn't had like proper social education because everyone was just a dick to him, so he just basically reacts very negatively, whether it be someone giving him a compliment, someone just be an asshole to him or just someone just being like neutral. Because like that's all he's been trying to do, just be very, very negative. So you're like, it's more endearing because like, oh, he doesn't know how to react because he's like, oh, he's just so like teenager, but also he just like he just really had a really bad upbringing, but you kind of like him in a way.
Yeah, but that's also what sure he and the way he fights is pretty unremarkable and not realistic, but the whole him being we all has probably been feeling outcasted some point in our life, and on that aspect and when we find a group that well embraces us, it just, how should I put it, it turns your world upside down.
Yeah, like finding like your tribe and all that. Do you feel like you can like find find your people where you can just relax a little bit, like, and especially with someone like Sakura, where he just had he's just never really had that, so he's just starting to adjust to having like saying like a nice place to go to, like friends to talk to about stuff. Like he's not like super open yet. He's still pretty closed off, but like you can tell like there's like small smidges, like he's starting to change. He's starting to make maybe he's starting to get used to being around people who like him, and he's not always going to yell at them. He's just like going to be like, oh, I don't like you, but well, I'm gonna just you can stay around, I guess. He's like,
as I said,
baby steps,
behavior.
It's baby steps. Give my man a season. He'll be like more social by the end. Trust.
Yeah, it's obvious that it will be. It's pure. It's character development 101. It's just a question of when, not how, or either argue.
Yes.
And also, I also have to say that, sure, it's a bit cliche, but I think it's a good way to use the whole outcast type stories with is it delinquent?
It's a delinquent. Yeah, he's a kind of a delinquent. He's like, very like, he's willing to get into fights and all that. He's, he's talk shit a lot.
Are you there? You became a bit robotic for a second.
Well, he's a good guy, but
yeah. But
like,
what were you gonna say?
I was going to ask you, do you have a favorite episode of the show so far?
It's actually episode 3, or is it episode 2 where they introduced the classmates? Because
I think episode. I think it was. I think episode. I think I got the end of episode 2. Like we start meeting the classmates. Then next episode we have like Sakura fight that one guy. Just like then we get to more of the school. So I think then it's episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3, because there we truly get to know start to get to know the cast, so to speak. Yes, the coffee girl are more than likely one of the main character in this show, or at least the main supporting character. But this is basically the quote-unquote family that we are going to follow, more than likely. And it was a fun way to get introduced to them, because he was quite confused when he saw them going in, which I can't blame him, because also, what kind of school is this? Where is the teachers?
The teachers are the street fights. That's what they learn their algebra by basically getting punched out and trying to like try to tell what's a number, what's a letter afterwards. That's their math lessons for the day. When you think that's
So what you're saying is that we can expect a crossover episode where Rio is teaching them algebra and Ken is teaching them geography, or Charlene maybe teaching them some history class. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying potentially yes. I think I'm going to say I think Chun-Li would be the favorite out of the three if they were teaching at school for reasons that you guys can assume. I don't need to say that, you guys know. But enough but enough degeneracy. Let's there's other good stuff.
I mean, there's worse way to be crushed.
I
mean, are you really that surprised, Nathan?
I mean, I'm not going to say you're right, but I'm not going to say you're wrong. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, and I also have to say that you can certainly see that yes, there isn't any time jump shenanigans here so far, at least. Yes, the main character jumps through time, a la Erase.
I mean, Erase and this show are very different. Like, on all levels.
But the main character in Tokyo Revengers and Erase kind of have a similar type of powers in terms of time travel.
I mean,
yeah.
I think all I'm gonna say, there's like the one thing that these two shows got in common is that of just crazy feats by the characters. One is time travel, one's basically super strength. There's like, because there's no way to say this, like about like 90% of the characters in the show have super strength. At least like the male students from the school, like they have the super strength. Well, that's because like you see them, if like one like Sakura was able to fight off like 20 guys at once. Then those other 4 guys show up and they easily kick their asses. Like these guys have super strength.
And one of them is spending an iron bar like it's a chocolate cookie.
Exactly. Like this. Like at this point, it might be a superhero card like anime at this moment. It could by basically these guys are like because at the academy they're like kind of in charge of just protecting the area because they fight just to make sure like the other gangs don't go harass the other people. So, like that was like an important that was an aspect in episode 1, 2. But then we meet our first real gang, episode 3, where like Sakura and the gang meet like those like other guys that they're near the turf, like these, and like we see like their side, they're like their leader, like what's the name of the bad guys team so far? I don't recall.
You mean only the strongest are okay. If you're not strong, you will basically kill you.
Yeah, exactly. The guy was like like his grunts like, oh, let's like this kicked my ass. You gotta go do something. And the leader just pummels him to. I think he probably killed a guy. He just killed one of his grunts. Like, you are just a weak asshole. So you're dead. So yeah, those guys.
I'm just gonna do a double check on Google. Give me a sec.
No problem. Take your time. But that part was just wild. Not going to lie. I was like, whoa, this show got really brutal for a second. Just,
yeah, she's the Itoran.
She's the Itoran.
I think that's how you. I'm checking, sending you the name on the private chat so you can see. But okay. I do believe that's how you pronounce it.
She's a Tauren. Okay, so yeah, like Sakura, like the other guy, like he he was battling earlier in that episode. Like they just beat up that one Shitatoran guy. Then like the leader's like, oh, okay, like you're weak. I'm just gonna pummel you to death. And like by the end of the episode, by the end of that conversation, you just realize, oh no, like they just probably just made like a like they probably have gone on the wrong foot against somebody that they really do not want to piss off. Like that guy's main business. He just did that to his grunts. Imagine doing that. Imagine what he can do to his actual enemies.
Ugh. And that his former colleague, at worst, he's dead. At best, his brain is probably mushed.
I don't think we're going to see that guy again, unless it's some weird plot twist later on. But I digress.
He is back like a certain other character. Oh wait, wrong manga. You get it, Joe. If you know, you know. Let us go with that.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I also really like. Also, what I really like what I really liked about the show is also like it's also pretty funny at times because my favorite joke in the show so far is like Sakura just just walking around and all that. It's like, oh, I'm just walking around like the town. Like everyone's like, oh, you saved us from like those assholes the other day. So here, we're just gonna keep giving you all this stuff. Like, and Sakura's like, I don't want this stuff, but they just keep giving it to him. Like, and by the end of he's like, oh, I'm holding all the stuff here and I can't do. It's like, he doesn't know how to handle like all the gifts. It's because like the only gift he got before that was probably during the eye from like his past schools and like people he knew.
Yeah, and I have to say that the granny is funny.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, I think, thank you, Sonny, thank you for taking me down here. Just casually jumps off Sakura's back. I was like, hey, wait, you can't just do that. You said you couldn't walk. He's like, oh, sorry, Sonny, my back just started to be bad again. My bad. Like, oh, man, my man's like there's a gentleman in there. He just needs to rough out his edges, but he's gonna get there. My man's gonna be a respectable gentleman soon enough.
Yeah. Also, have you read or seen anything? Have you read anything of Sakamoto Days?
I heard about Sakamoto Days, but I haven't like watched or read it.
I do find it funny how the legitimate student seems to be the everyday man for them, or protect them, or if they need to paint their walls, they go out of their way and help them out and all those kind of stuff, which just makes it you question if they're really delinquents or they are unpaid protectors of the streets.
They're kind of just like I think they're just government employees that don't get any money. They're just like, oh, I guess like we're just going to be good Samaritans. Though I don't know, like after you graduate, well, I don't know what you can really do with your like career prospects afterwards. That's my question here.
I mean, like we said, they can join Street Fighter or what's Terry's King of Fighters?
Yeah, the King of Fighters.
Maybe they can join King of Fighter, or some of them might be even fit in Tekken.
Perhaps like maybe it's just be some bodyguards for like the I don't know, like some politicians. Like, okay, you're gonna protect like the prime minister right now, and just like someone tries to kill him, then one of these students just super speeds and just knocks him out with just their with their fists of fury. That's probably their career prospects. Just more fighting, protecting, or more fighting.
I mean, it's a respectable job.
Exactly. Like if it pays the bills, like no problem. You can fight all you want.
And it just, but also, I wait just a second. But yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where do you see the show is going in this season, so to speak.
Using my superpowers of knowing like writing tropes and all that, I expect like the main character Sakura, he's gonna for the past few episodes he's been getting W's easily, like he just keeps punching out like all his opponents. Like I expect in like the next few episodes, like he's gonna fight an opponent who's just knocks him out just like that, like or just utterly beats him up, just brutally. Because like just kind of give the audience say, okay, Sakura's strong, but he's nowhere near the best just yet. He's still like he's promising, but he's still have ways to go before he's like a full on like master of fighting. I also like kind of imagine more like I think we're gonna get more stuff with the sidecast too. We're gonna because like I said, there's like a dozen of those like of the guys, so we're definitely gonna get at least an introduction to each of them. I don't know who would get like particular focus. Probably just like just a quick like rundown, like maybe an episode focused on one character where they're like, okay, here's this character, he's particularly special for this plot line right now because of XYZ reasons. Then I imagine like the first the first season ends with like say Sakura just beating like that Shiatorin like guy that we saw in episode 3, or some other great bigger bad threat. And also probably more like teasing with that with the coffee lady from earlier, because like I said earlier, like my man's like if he had social awareness, he would have been like he would have asked for that girl's number. Just saying, but my man.
Maybe that's the last line on season 1.
Yeah, he's like yeah, like my man's character development. It's just like talking to a girl and like not being really angry, being his tsundere phase and becoming like a proper gentleman by the end. That would be key character development.
At least unlike some other other characters that we should not name here.
We don't talk about Rent a Girlfriend ever. Not now. Not ever. Not never.
Yet you have done a video on that on your channel.
Because I was morbidly curious. I didn't. Someone should have stopped me when I had the chance. Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah. But yeah, like stuff. What else I liked about the show is like it's. Let me think. Like one of my favorite character moments so far was like from the first episode where like Sakura's like fighting all these guys off, and he's doing a really good job, and boom, but then like Kotoha, it's almost attacked like with almost like attacked, gets captured, but then like Sakura saves her, but then like while he's like distracted, like some bad guy just managed like to cut his like an ankle open, like it's like, oh no, and like he's kind of limited now because like he can't really he has an injury, he has to protect at like Kotaha and also fight off 20 guys at once, and like it's at the but he's still like holding his ground, he's still protecting her and all that, and then like when you think it's like, oh no, it's all gonna be over, like they'll like the other like students show up from like the school and protect him and all that, like and he's like, oh, and very nice and all that, because like my man was holding out strong, like he was like he kind of shows off that he has like he has a good heart and all that. He's just he's just working through some stuff at the moment. And I also do like with when Sakura goes like basically when like when Kotoha's grandfather is about to leave, like he said, oh sir, you forgot your stuff right here, and both him and Kotoha are like, oh, that's surprising, and like say, oh, but they're like, oh, thank you, young man. So like he's like, so he does care about people. He's that despite his like again his actions, he is worried about people. So that's why like he's like, so like it's like a lot of great character moments throughout the episodes. So like just perfectly selling Sakura as just like these he's delinquent, but he's like there's like a good heart inside him. He's just it's just gonna take some time, guys. Like they were the first 2 people ever to give him at least a compliment. It's just give him time, guys. But at the same time, like he's just a likable character all around. So like, yeah, I think he's my favorite so far.
Agreed. On pretty much all you said, but I have to admit that the waitress Koto Tachibana, with how she behaves in all teasing manner, I got a soft spot for her. I'm not gonna deny, but then again, me liking a female character that is likable. Who would have thought?
She's like, she's pretty fun too. Like, I like her, like just teasing Sakura, like, you have like a heart of gold in there, dudes, and like he's like, no, no, no. So like, they're adorable. They're both of them. They bounce off well off each other.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But also I do find it funny how one of the leader is so stressed that he has to eat heat burn medicine, which is just
like he just
how is he a leader and all that? Yes,
he's. We all have ways to like handle like stress when, especially. So my man was able just to find his own way to deal with it, but like he's probably a leader for multiple different reasons, but he's still again, we all have different ways to deal with stress.
yeah, fair point, I guess.
Yeah.
Fair point. And but like I said, it's probably going to he's probably going to not meet his maker, but fight someone from the rival again and realize that he needs to get stronger. He might be one. He might potentially be one of the strongest there. That's up for debate, but we don't know yet if he is strong. How strong he is compared to the rival gang.
Because probably like those guys are probably going to be more disciplined compared to say those like random NPCs from episode 1 or 2. Because a character's power levels depending on how much their designs are differentiate from like say like the average grunt usually. It's so like these. So like I probably could imagine like these like the grunts from that gang are probably stronger than say like the grunts from like say like the first 2 episodes where they're just random guys. These are probably like trained fighters. Well, at least trained street fighters, but also with important like
they are trained with Akuma. Is that what you're saying?
Potentially, yes. Though I'm pretty sure isn't his thing like his color coding red? These guys have gold. Those are like probably not the same guy. If there's a red team, then those guys have Akuma, but not these guys. But also like important.
I wonder who it would be then if it's not Akuma.
Yeah.
Bison maybe. I don't know, but Bison is all over.
We're putting too much like thought into just like putting like casting like the Street Fighter characters as like the bosses of the other teams. That's where but I also like but point thing that Sakura has to he's learning it right now, but he's like right now he has to learn like how exactly how Kotoha said to him like say okay, you can't just reach the top by yourself. You need to like you have to find allies and all that. You can't go far alone. You need to get people who you can trust. So I imagine like he's gonna start forming like a bond with like the rest of his classmates as like the story goes on. And like I'm pretty sure prediction here after like let's say he tries to go 1v20 like another gang, he gets absolutely decimated. He's like, okay, I'm going to need some backup here to go like beat these other guys up. So I predict that will be like a major character moment for him later on the show.
Yeah, I agreed, and I do. And speaking, maybe we will see Mr. Green Thumb fighting against the other gangs because I have to admit the fact that their strongest member of their team is someone that loves gardening work was not what I expected.
He's like sometimes like the strongest people have like delicate hobbies. They're just chill people until you piss them off. Then they'll just go mad dog on you, like boom, 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 like just absolutely decimate you.
I
So
mean, isn't the wording? What's the wording? It's the calmest, more silent ones that are the deadliest ones. They are getting furious or something.
yeah, like it's like they're saying you do not want to make a nice guy angry because like their anger is probably a lot more like a lot more potent than say a person who's just always angry or just always just like eh. So like because it takes a particular kind of really bad thing to make a really nice guy angry, and you do not want to really like upset a really nice guy who's also really powerful at the same time.
Yeah, which is why I hope we at least see something from the gang leader. Maybe, and this is just a speculation, because this seems to be a show that it's not afraid to go brutal.
Yeah,
Maybe they are going to go so far to see that their gang leader ends up getting killed, and someone needs to step up and lead a team and all that jazz,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
need
Well,
to.
yeah, like if you're like a mentor figure in any shonen show, you're on borrowed time automatically, and like so you're like going to so like I could see like say like the leader just getting absolutely killed, or just like it's like he could be making like a last stand to protect some people, but then he gets overwhelmed and he just passes on and all that. So I could like potentially see that happening, but I will see soon when I continue with my watch through of the show.
Yeah, but do you have anything else to say about this
Let me
3 episodes? Because
I I would I say like hmm it's I I'm just gonna say that again, like I'm rooting for man Sakura. My boy here, like he's had a rough time. He deserves a happy life. He deserves to be the number one dude. My he's my goat. He's like I am way more invested in this character than I thought I would be. So take that as like a major
you can
compliment to the show.
we can already spoil that. Expect us to do a season one review one once this is over.
Is that
Yeah,
yeah.
we just don't know when the season is ending, so we can't give
Yeah,
pretty much a exact date.
just we'll like
Yeah,
we'll just like we'll like when the show's over, we'll gather up together and just talk about well how much more better the show has gotten since our the initial 3 episodes.
agreed,
Yeah.
agreed. But well, for me, it catches. I was happily surprised because I didn't think I was going to be as interested as I got with it. It might not be the favorite of the season or something, but it certainly is one of the most eye-catching. I dare argue.
Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise and one that we at the Amateur Otaku podcast highly recommend.
Yes, at least so far. But
Yes, we do not want to turn into Tokyo Revengers 2. I could not
oh,
bear.
no,
I mean, so far
no,
my man hasn't cried once, so that's something. That's a
yeah.
positive indicator right there.
But the crying in Tokyo Revengers is just something else. But anyway, where can people find you, Arkwinder?
If you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Nate the VA. Like that's my username. If you want to follow my YouTube videos, my channel is Arkwinder. I have I review anime. Recently, I got out a story review of like the first 2 episodes of My Hero season 7. I'm talking about Star and Stripe. Was not a very positive review, is what I'm just gonna say here. And
That's an understatement.
oh Just wait until the final arc, Isaac. It's going to be a bloodbath. Let me just tell you that right off the bat. But enough of that. If you want, I also have reviewed shows like Chainsaw Man, Rent a Girlfriend, as I mentioned earlier, and also like My Hero Season 6, sort of, and also Fire Force. If you like those shows or you're just interested in my thoughts, go to my YouTube channel and watch those videos. And I will really appreciate any support you give me. Thank you all.
Especially, he will have 100 reasons soon.
No, we're not. No, we're not talking. I still.
Hey, I don't give them
interested in the show. It's like getting into some degeneracy, peak garbage, just the best garbage I've ever watched.
Yeah. Well, it's in the future, but anyway, have it awesome, y'all.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.